Hey y'all, it's me, LaShawna, continuing my technology tools and talk discussion. I hate that I've got all this information in me, alright? Because I told you I'm doing these 9 videos and I want to knock them out, so I'm not going to be long winded, right? I'm going to look at my last video and it's like 11 minutes. I'm like, no! No! Because YouTube, it's got to be what, 10:59 or something like that. So there goes editing time for me. But all right, continuing this discussion about social media, what you need to do, how you need to make this happen. Um, like I said in the last video, you've got to start with a blog. A lot of people, as a web designer, a lot of people come to me and they say they want a website. They say, God, I've been burned. I've spent $5,000 on a website. Didn't work. Look, you got $500. You got $200. You got $0. You can create a blog. Okay? You can have somebody like me design it. You can take my e-course. I do have a whole video series, blogging for beginners. You can do that too. Or you can do what I tell you to do all the time. Go to Google, ask Google, I want to start a blog. Go to wordpress.com, go to blogger.com. You can start a blog, okay? Couple of tips on that. I definitely would suggest that, as opposed to going the completely free route of going to like a free place like wordpress.com, put it on your own host. Come on. Hosting is like $6 a month, all right? So if you buy a hosting package for $60, that's like 6 months to a year. GoDaddy, HostMonster, I don't care what you use. Just, if at the very least you may not have much, scrape together at least $100 to get your own domain name and get your own host and host your blog on your own website. It says a lot. It gets you starting on a good track. It also helps you to having to avoid starting from scratch because you built a blogger site or you built a wordpress.com site. Now you've got to say, we no longer are here. Please redirect. Just start it the legit way. Start off from scratch on a good note. Start with your blog, okay? Whatever your industry is, talk about your industry. Talk about what you're doing in your business. Talk about what you dislike, what you don't dislike, who you like. Give people information. Have an opinion. That's important. Have a blog. I've done enough videos in the past about blogging. I'm not going to do them here. Like I said, I've got the ebooks. I've got previous videos on blogging. I've got my whole e-course on videos. Blogging for beginners. This is a step-by-step thing in what you need to do. Just as far as you need to know, just know you need a blog. And not just that you need a blog, it's got to be consistent. It's got to be consistent. It's got to be quality. Okay, I said consistency twice, quality once. I should have said quality twice and consistency, but equally important. At the end of the day, I'm not ashamed to say my blog subscribership, it's about 500 at this point. I think it's even less than that. But I say that to say, you don't have to be the person with 20,000 subscribers to your blog. Now, mind you, social media marketing around, I've got maybe about 2,000 plus people on Twitter, 8,000 people on MySpace, about 3,000 on Facebook. My network alone, BBWO, is close to 10,000. Black Moms Club's close to 3,000. Black Writers. So collectively, I've got a good amount of thousands of people. But my blog alone, my readership is this big. 500 people, seriously. But that doesn't change the fact that I still get customers. I still get clients. Because it's not the size of your blog. It's not the size of your readership. It's the quality of the content that you put out. And it's the degree to which you promote yourself. Now, I'm sure if you type in Black Businesswoman Online, if you type in LaShonda Henry, if you type in I don't know, Black Entrepreneur, one of my websites is coming up, babe. Whether you like it or not, I'm somewhere up in that mix. So when people in my industry are looking, they don't necessarily come to me all the time, but they do come to me because I'm out there. Now, if you come to me and the first thing I see is you give me your name, I'm going to Google you. If nothing comes up, that's a problem. So I'm going to talk about Googling you in the next video, but in this particular video, and I'm going to write that down because, like I said, notes, very important. Google me, baby. That's a very, very, very big topic. But for me, when I start the discussion of social media marketing and putting yourself out there as far as social media is concerned, you've got to start with a blog. Because if you're on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, all that stuff is great, but at the end of the day, it's not just about being there going, oh yeah, girl, that video was off the chain. Okay, peace and blessings be with you. That stuff is great, But if you're an entrepreneur and a business person, at the end of the day, you've got to send people somewhere. And the place you send them to is your blog. Your blog should have content. Your blog should have video. Your blog should have links to all your businesses, contact information so they can find you. A couple of people might say it's hard to contact me, and truth be told, I'm a mommy, so I need mommy son time, and I'm a wifey, so I need wifey hubby time. So don't make it that easy to contact me, because then my phone would be ringing off the hook. But still, point being, your blog is that central home space. Is it confusing? No. Your blog is where your content should be. If you are a crafty sister, and I mean, you have your own oil line, your own hair line, your own fashion line, if you're just coaching, if you're selling real estate, whatever it is that you're selling, make sure your blog up, down, and around the corner is all about that information. Don't say, yeah, okay, I put up the blog, I put 2 articles up there or 2 posts, and I've got a big picture, and you're sending people to that blog. It's empty. It's empty. Think about the blogs that you love the most. Hopefully sistersense.com, my blog, is one of them. But think about the spaces and the blogs that you love the most. Why do you love them? You love them because every time you go there, you're like, oh man, this is spot on information. You love them because, God, you're like, oh, this is great free information. You love them because it's like, oh my goodness, I really wanted to know about that, and you told me. They're always giving you something. And mind you, when I say giving, they're not just putting it out there, they're putting it right into your inbox. You've subscribed to their RSS feed, RSS feed. Why am I tongue-tied today? You subscribe to their RSS feed, you subscribe to their videos, you did all the things that you need to do to stay in their circle, because they're consistently giving you content. Even when, I'm going to talk about me for a second. I told you last year I was straight marketing, which is why this particular moment in time, I'm straight teaching. I want to just kind of focus on doing all these videos. But I know sometimes y'all get pissy at me. Why am I getting another email from LaShonda? What? I'm tired of emails and da-da-da-da-da. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm always in the back of your brain. I'm always staying consistent. So then you go, oh man, wasn't LaShonda talking about banners? I need a banner. Where's LaShonda's number? Where's her email? That's how I always make sales. Because consistently using blogging and using social media, that's how I always make the sale. And if you got a blog, that's great. But your blog is just sitting there, you're posting once a month, boo-boo, that's not going to work. You've got to post, man. Like I say, old school, pound the pavement. New school, pound the digital pavement. Post, and post some more, okay? So when you know back in the days when you got like that working girl and she's got the pumps on and she's working and she's in New York City and the pumps and her feet are killing her. Now my fingers are killing me, right? You gotta be like, ugh, let's get it to go. And just type away, be consistent. You might be saying to yourself, 3 months go by and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? But trust me, when people either dislike it or, whether they like it or not, that consistency is what counts. Please tell me I'm not 10. All right, perfection. Okay, next video, I'm going to continue this topic of social media marketing, not just about blogging, but the other things that you need to be taking into consideration. Like I said, your blog is your home space. So if you're not blogging or you don't get blogging, it's not that complicated. Your blog is just a space. You talk about yourself and your business, and you keep it quality. That's all you got to do. Keep it quality, keep it consistent. Don't get confused with all the technical stuff. Don't get confused with all the widgets. And trust me, I'm going to do videos on widgets that you can put on your blog to make it cool, to make it, trendy. But at the end of the day, it's just writing and a couple of pictures and some video, okay? Nothing complicated. We'll talk more about social media in the next video.